30 above is it's just hot. There's no way around it. But I might be off on that.
It was like when we went to Dubai. It was like, and
God.
we got off the plane at midnight, like their time, and the pilot said, and the local temperature is 30 degrees. And I thought, that's just wrong. No, no,
Yep.
no, no. And I'm from
Yep.
Scotland. We're lucky if we ever see double digits in a year. It's
Yeah.
so. How have you taken?
Are
Because
you
you've
are you
taken.
that far north in Scotland?
Well, I'm in Glasgow now, but I'm
Okay.
originally from the Highlands of Scotland, so it's up like
Oh gosh. Yeah.
think of Game of Thrones. Like
Yeah.
we're fighting the White Walkers half the time up the Highlands. It's
Yeah.
well, usually they're off to the pub at that point, but you've taken this amazing sort of traditional circus performance, and you've repackaged it for the more modern, kind of TikTok. I need everything in 30 seconds, a minute reels, all these sorts of things. How have you kind of combined the two? Do you think because our audience nowadays, they need it short, sharp, funny. They don't always deal with waiting for a punchline that might be a whole show. Have you found a way to kind of merge the two? Because you seem to have a great way of doing both. What have you found about creating content in both those kind of areas?
Well, I mean, social media has helped me just kind of stay up to date on what the kids are into these days. So I can,
I was
I throw a lot of meme jokes out there, so, um, depending on what is trending on TikTok or Instagram or something like that, sometimes that'll show up in the show, whether it's the Chrissy Wake Up song that was going around the internet all summer. That was in the show for, a few weeks, not that long. But so the other thing I've tried to do with my comedy, because I've always been the kind of person where I hate acts that build up to a trick and take 5 or 6 minutes to build to that trick in such a way that you're just arbitrarily trying to create tension. And that's where I've always felt like things slow down. And that's a big style in street performing, because a lot of the time in street performing, people walk away after you do a trick. They're there to see you do the trick and then they leave.
yeah.
So it's more common in street performing. But what I've tried to do is my comedy is the punchlines are quick and they are constant. So I have, a bit where I'm talking about um, wild animals in the woods. And what I did was earlier in the show, I set it up that there's someone in the crowd that anytime I say Jaxie Whipper, they will honk a horn twice, anytime. And so what I'm doing during this bit is I'm setting up this trick. And this is me. I'm putting an animal over here to as a target, an animal over there as a target. And the way I'm doing this is I'm interspersing, and I say, you're walking through the woods and you come across a dangerous bear. You call for me, Jaxie Whipper, and out of the crowd, just out of nowhere, you just hear a honka honka, and that gets a laugh. So as I'm, very seriously putting this out, that's where you kind of keep the audience engagement going on. And it's, I try to not go too long without a laugh ever.
Because it certainly doesn't seem like anybody ever has a bad time. Everybody's constantly, it's like that thing of they all get pulled together. It's like it's a private joke with the audience and you. It's like one of these things where I think Dara O'Brien, a comedian up here, he does a completely different act by just taking the mick out the crowd. But it's like you had to be there, so then it encourages
Yeah.
the next people.